Buenos tardes.
Oh, no.
My name is Mike.
I'm Aaron.
We're back. You guys know who we are at this point.
We've been here doing this Game of Thrones thing for a couple of months now. History and lore.
Today we're watching Game of Thrones History and Lore, Season 4, full HD. You guys should know how we feel about history and lore. We're doing it for y'all.
Because we love you.
This is the fourth time I've said this because we're 4 history and lores in. If I could watch this at 3 a.m. by myself,
straight through,
without having to talk about it, just turning off my brain, I think I would enjoy it a lot.
That being said, there's some crazy stuff that happened in Season 4, which we are going to address right now. And at the top of that tippity-top listity list is Tywin is dead.
Yeah. And Tyrion killed him.
Yep. Cold.
I mean,
really. It was hot. And it's a multi-pronged issue.
So the reasons I'm happy for it is because, A, Tywin's obviously a dick. He killed Robb. He was going to get Tyrion fucked up. Whether or not he was sent to the wall or whatever, he was doing a lot. He fucking banged Shay. Tywin's been an issue for a long time. That being said, I don't know why I'm looking over there. I'm got to be looking at you guys. Looking at my can of Coke behind the fucking... Tywin was the only person that was steering Tommen in the right direction. And now he's gone. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was.
The only one. I mean, Cersei was there.
But Cersei is not going to steer him in the right direction.
No,
Cersei's going to be selfish.
Kill him, probably.
No,
was willing to.
That's true.
If
that's
shit were to turn the other foot.
I don't think she would ever hurt her children.
No, probably not. She loves them a lot.
Which is fucking backwards, because if she felt that way about her family,
why does she not feel that way about her brothers? And why is she trying to stoop her brother? And Shay needed to go.
And you know what? This is let me Mike off the fucking stand. All y'all motherfuckers in the comments, all right? I'm getting sick of y'all, all right? Not all of y'all. Only the ones that are telling me that Shay wasn't in the fucking wrong.
At least a little.
What are you talking about? Bro, I don't care.
Tyrion tried to save her life like
I don't care
times.
If Cersei had fucking one of Stannis' slugs and was dropping it in the fire like, bitch, you're gonna die. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, this bitch fucked Tyrion's dad. She said, I am yours.
My lion.
You are mine, my lion.
Oh, my lion.
And he's like, yo, bitch, you have to leave. My dad and my sister are going to fucking kidnap you and kill you. And she's like, I will never let that happen.
I love you.
I love you so much. What you mean, bro?
You're dead.
How was she not in the wrong? I don't understand. Now, another thing I will say, we were kind of fucked up in thinking that Jaime was an asshole and he was trying to backstab Tyrion. I get that. We were wrong in that one. He does love his brother. He loves his brother a lot.
But it's also a multifaceted issue once again because of the family dynamic. There are two other elements other than the fact that Jaime loves his brother that need to be counted for.
You can't act like Cersei wouldn't ask Jaime to kill Tyrion because she did.
Yeah, flat.
For all the people in the comments defending Shay, you need a reality check because she's a sleut. All right,
but we'll take it on the face with Jaime.
Thad Castle.
But we'll take it on the face with Jaime.
Yeah, somebody in the comments said that Jaime loves Tyrion, and while he loves Tyrion as a brother would, he's addicted to Cersei, the way someone would be in a young love. Or
I could see that.
You know?
Yeah, because it makes sense why it's continually showcased in like these weird tonal dynamics.
Yeah,
because they're obviously not letting it rest since Bran got pushed off the ledge. So it's going to continually be a thing regardless.
How great would it be if Bran pushes Jaime off a ledge?
With his warg superpowers. Yeah. But that being said, now we flip it to the Stark side, who's still alive anyway. Sansa's with Baelish. I don't really particularly know how that's going to end up and what Sansa's play in it, if she's starting to like it. Y'all are saying that she doesn't like it and she's only liking it to stay alive, but she was with Cersei all that time, so there might be some crazy mental manipulation that's going on in Sansa a little bit.
Some people are saying that she's smarter than we're giving her credit for, and that she
knows. I didn't say she was stupid. Look at the lie that she told in the group of... Yeah.
I was thinking about that while I was editing. Think about how Baelish tells Sansa, he's like, we're all liars here, and you're the worst one. Or he says some shit like that. Basically, that Sansa's some horrible fucking liar. And then who saves Baelish with a fucking lie?
Sansa.
What?
Yeah.
By lying through her teeth. Like, homegirl was not fucking around, bro.
Nope.
I love it. I do love it. So, like, she's at the Eyrie with Baelish, and Brienne of Tarth is on her way. having just demolished the Hound. Not demolished. People in the comments were also saying the Hound would have won. I agree with y'all. I think the Hound had that. He had the bite on his fucking thing. He was sick. He was dying. He was unhealthy.
Feral.
Yeah,
to a degree.
He was trying not to kill her, I don't think, for the most part, until towards the end when it was like, all right.
It was life or death, and you lost. Jon Snow went through some crazy crap, and now he's with Stannis. He went through Mance Rayder's attempted invasion of the Wall.
That's another thing. This is a whole nother thing. Is Stannis and Jon, I was hyped for them to meet. I was excited.
But now Melisandre's in the mix.
Not even just that. Stannis killed Robb.
What?
Stannis killed Robb Stark. He dropped a slug. He threw the fucking slug in the fire. And it might not have been his fault because, there was Tywin and fucking
and Balon
Filch
Greyjoy's still alive.
All that. But Stannis definitely put his money down on fucking Robb dying. And if Robb was a usurper, where does he look at Jon? Is Jon in allegiance with Ned, somebody who believed in him and backed him? Or is he in allegiance with Robb, somebody who was a usurper and he wanted to destroy?
But keep in mind that we have to find out to see if Jon finds out about those slugs. Melisandre might have something to do with that.
Oh, she could snitch.
Just saying. It hasn't been a clean road. They want Stannis' daughter dead for some sort of weird sacrifice frickin' thing.
Why is she interested in fucking Jon, though?
The blood.
But he doesn't have Stannis' blood. He's Ned Stark blood.
That could mean something. That could have some sort of connotation. Bastard blood. Gendry was a bastard, no?
But Gendry was
I know
King
that, I'm
Robert's
saying, but
bastard.
there could be some sort of new circumstance. Ned clearly has some sort of significance even through the grave.
Yeah, Ned's still
he's still a player.
Influential as fuck.
Look at what's happening with him, and it ties into what the next thing I was going to say, where Bran's a warg, and he's going on some sort of Super Saiyan war quest now.
Said, you will not walk.
You will fly.
But you will fly.
That was, oh God, I want that tattooed
Page Master
on me.
bullshit.
And then Oberyn's dead. That was, we can't forget about that. That's minute, and then Theon's kind of minute.
Theon is just
lost. He's a lost cause. Because I really want the freaking Boltons to get clapped.
They will.
By Stannis.
I'm confident that the time will come.
Well, because think about it. Now it's a regional thing. Because Stannis and the Boltons are closest together because they're in the north.
They are in the north. The Boltons are closer to Stannis than they are to King's Landing. Right? Because isn't the north closer to the wall than it is to King's Landing?
Yeah, of course it is. There's a lot of things that are potentially going to happen in Season 5. But guys, like always...
Wait, we forgot one thing. The one thing we did forget.
What?
Khaleesi and her dragons.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to avoid that simply for the fact that, it was left on a cliffhanger because we didn't see what happened.
Her locking up those fucking dragons is bugged out. You're better off killing them because now even if you let them out, they're going to fuck you up. They're not going to be happy. They're going to be in the dark. Watch the motherfuckers go blind. Watch her have a bunch of blind-ass fucking dragons.
Who tried to eat each other.
Because, look, remember the Targaryen blind guy? Maybe there's a parallel between that.
Then and dragons. Ooh. Well, we've been waiting to bring you going into this next season for quite a couple of weeks as we've taken our holiday time and we've gotten fat. Maybe a little stupid, but we're still here. So like always, guys.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell right here.
Here we go, guys. Game of Thrones, History and Lore, Season 4.
Dorne lost 10,000 men and 2 princes. My uncle in the King's Guard and Elia's gallant husband,
Rhaegar.
Prince Rhaegar.
Yeah.
Who was too slow or too arrogant for Robert's war hammer.
Yeah, he was definitely probably a little too arrogant.
Landing, the Mad King sent his own wife and child away, but kept my sister and hers inside.
Damn.
In his madness, Aerys thought that the Dornish had betrayed his son at the Trident, and was only too happy to welcome his one true friend back into his ranks. Tywin Lannister.
Who gave the order?
Say her name.
You say her name. Who gave you the order?
Sir Gregor Clegane,
Boo.
the Mountain, made Elia watch
Not the
as
good
he
one.
murdered her daughter and dashed her infant son's head against a wall. Then With her baby's blood still on his hands, he raped my sister and murdered her.
You raped her!
You murdered her!
You murdered her!
But if they want peace, they cannot buy it with mountains of gold or one mountain of steel. They must pay in blood.
Yeah, well, we know how that ended up, bud. Not too good for you, I'm afraid. Sad, man. I really wanted to kind of see him through, but...
Me too. He was literally one of my favorite characters, and they just took him away so soon. I should have known.
But
it was
now
gonna
you
happen.
kind of know the stakes. He was partially successful because who the hell knows what the mountain's gonna come back and be?
You know what's fucked up too is he became my favorite character like the 2 episodes leading up to his death.
By his monologues.
By his monologue and then by him fighting, he became dope as fuck and then died like right away.
Like I said, he partially was successful because we don't know what the mountain's gonna come back and be. You know?
That's what I was just thinking when we were watching that. The mountain was already a sick fuck. Is he gonna come back nice? Do you think? No. You don't think so, right?
I'm telling you, he's gonna come back like Bane, dude.
You don't think he gets bonked on the head and starts crushing beetles and shit?
Only Game of Thrones could seep so low to take a intimidating force and
Have him crush beetles, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
oh no.
That Bane shit gets me nervous. That Frankenstein monster fucking...
I think so. It can only lead to one thing. The Lannisters don't really have much left. If you think about it, they have Tommen as king, Cersei's mad, Tywin's dead.
They're broke.
And they're broke. And they're broke. We forgot to mention that in the intro. The Lannisters, and I think that it's going to really come back to bite them going into the next season, obviously, unless there's some sort of table turn. They're broke. They have no money. And all they've ever talked about since the first season is Lannister always pays his debts. All right, Varys, what you got? Death of Kings.
That's another character I fucking love. We didn't really
Varys-
touch on it
Is
all
Varys-
season long.
Varys has just been in the background being like,
Making moves,
making
bro.
moves.
Telling Tyrion like, yo, if shit goes south, bro,
gotta get out.
I'm not gonna be able to help you.
gotta get out.
And then shit goes south, and Varys is like, nah, I got you, bro. I'm not gonna let my homie
but that
die.
really could, like, him coming back to King's Landing.
This could
after
cause
all
an
this-
issue.
Oh, wait, didn't he leave?
Yeah, he left with Tyrion. So not for nothing, Tywin dies, Tyrion escapes, and Varys disappears.
The spider.
Like, come on. It's
Going
not going
up
to take a
into the-
genius to put one and one together. And Cersei's a
But
little
who's
bit...
even going to clap back? Jamie doesn't know that Tywin's dead.
Cersei. They're going to find out. They all
There
find
for
out.
the bell.
Yeah, they all found out. 1,000% going into season 5.
So it's just going to be grief and pain, and Brienne might come back, and
I
then
don't think
Jamie
there's going to
might.
be a lot of grief and pain. The Lannister kids don't give a fuck about Tywin.
But look at the lump that Tywin's leaving behind. They have no money.
That's true, but like at least now Cersei and Jamie get to bang, and at least Tyrion doesn't have to fucking look over his shoulder the rest of his life. I mean, he does, but not from Tywin. Not for everybody who cared about Tywin.
Which might not be as much as we think.
I don't think so. I think his death is going to be more insignificant than we're giving it credit for.
All the same, his descendants continued to threaten the Targaryens until half a century later, when Barristan the Bold slew Malus the Monstrous on the Stepstones, extinguishing
Barristan the
Daemon's
Bold.
line. A war of 5 kings can end only one way, with the death of 4. Yet even in times of peace, a wise ruler knows that when men bend the knee to a king, too often they rise holding daggers.
I mean, it just informs a little bit of circumstances that we already know. Ooh.
Poison.
Poisons.
Who gave the order?
I cut him quickly and the duel ended with honor satisfied. Then his wounds festered and he died. Ever since, men have called me the Red Viper, a name that never fails to draw a laugh from me, as if a single serpent was all I knew of venom. Essence of nightshade.
Oh, hold up. Hold up. You heard what he said? Mm-hmm. He said as if a snake. That was fire. That was a good line. He said the name makes me laugh because he says as if the only thing I knew of poison was vipers. Or I forgot, whatever the fuck he just said. That was so fucking cool, dude. All right.
All the Oberyn ones are the best ones.
Yeah, he's like...
Why can't Oberyn just tell us about everything?
Not to discredit other characters from the
No,
show.
because some of the other bits have been cool. Like, I'm not taking away from some of the bits, but we know about the Targaryens. We get it.
Yeah.
We know what happened you can't change a war's perspective. Like you can have different sides of it when a battle happens.
And they just filled us in on the Oberyn, but we found all that out during the season. It sounds like it feels like at least.
Yeah, like it did it very plainly.
Yeah,
there wasn't a lot of things necessarily to hide, but this part is cool because he's probably about to tell us what poison he used against the mountain.
He's talking about Nightshade now. He just said Nightshade. Let's see.
Yeah.
Across the world, on certain islands of the Jade Sea, grows a certain plant. The leaves must be aged and soaked in a wash of limes, sugar water, and certain rare spices from the Summer Isles. Afterward, the potion must be thickened with ash and allowed to crystallize. The process is slow and difficult, the necessaries costly and hard to acquire. The alchemists of Lys know the way of it, and the faceless men of Bravos, and the maesters. Dissolved in wine, it makes the muscles of a man's throat clench tighter than any fist. A victim's face turns as purple as
how Joffrey died.
Seed from which his death was grown.
That's how Joffrey died.
And so we call it the Strangler. Oh. Which of these vials would I take from its shelf, you may ask?
That is how fucking Joffrey died.
To kill a man at his table or in his bed bores me. To toil hours over a boiling pot, measuring and stirring, bores me. How life begins is always entertaining, and my kind must make sure its end is worth
something with scorpions. Those are his staves. So he used something with scorpions to poison the mountain, because those were his staves. So he didn't say what it was, but we know an ingredient.
But we know what it's not. It's not any of those other things.
So it's something with scorpions.
Damn.
Oberyn should do all the cool ones.
That was a good catch on Joffrey.
Yeah.
Because that's
the Strangler.
what
but
it was.
no, they had said what poison it was, but now we know some more about the Strangler.
Yeah.
That we didn't know, which is cool.
That
was awesome.
Once I was caught in a winter storm so cold, I knew I'd freeze to death before it broke. Lucky for me, I stumbled on a sleeping giant, cut open her belly, and crawled right up inside her. Kept me warm enough, but the stink nearly done me. The worst thing was, when she woke up, she took me for her babe. Suckled me for 3 whole moons before I could get away.
Ew.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Ew.
We've been on one side of the wall, and you on the other. No more. One of these nights, you're going to hear a knock on your front door. You best not answer.
Damn, yo. Wildlings. Well, I mean, given the circumstances, they are a pretty formidable force, but we kind of see that without any sort of real technology or science.
Without Mance, they're just
aimless groups.
Yeah, without Mance,
well, no, but
nothing.
I mean, when they're an organized force, because we saw them go against the wall, it wasn't enough.
Yeah,
it wasn't enough simply for the fact that they're underdeveloped.
Well, remember, Mance also pulled them back when he saw how much they had. Remember, that's how he pushed up. He pushed up because he was expecting 100,000. When he saw that there was 100, he sent 400 around the back, pushed up for like 30 minutes, and then pulled everybody back.
But that also could have been his mistake because now Stannis is there.
Then Stannis showed up and clapped everybody up. That's what we should be looking at, is the fact that...
No, but I am. That's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. They had brute power. But brute power isn't always enough. You need traps. You need artillery. You need anything.
More than just stone arrows.
Doesn't work.
I don't blame the men who choose a quick chop rather than life without one of its few joys. If you're in the capital, it's the King's Justice who takes your head. Elsewhere in the south, the headsman of the local lord. But in the north, it's the lord himself. The man who passes the sentence should...
That's Stark it was. Now it's Ramsay? Or no, not Ramsay, Roose. Roose.
Trial by combat. You either fight your accuser, or you both pick champions to fight on your behalf, and the gods will favour the righteous man. As long as he's also the strongest, the quickest, or the luckiest. Once in a long while, you may get 2 real high-born shits having a go at each other, and one of them might be fool enough to demand a trial by 7. Exactly how it sounds. 7 men against 7 men. Makes for a good show, I guess. But any man who's been involved...
Hold up. A 7 by 7.
Chivalry?
Are we gonna see that?
Probably. Tyrion's still alive.
But his trial's done.
But he might get into another one.
Or somebody else. A 7x7 trial
Sounds
is crazy.
Sounds like chivalry.
What do you mean?
Game of Thrones is the video
You
game.
want to go play it right now.
Unworthy of its father's name. So instead, we call the children after the land where they were born. Flowers in the Reach and Hill in the Westerlands. Stone in the Vale and Storm in the Stormlands. Rivers in the Riverlands and waters in the Crownlands. Pike in the Iron Islands, snow in the north, and in Dorne, sand. For most of Westeros, the Blackfire Rebellion only proved what they already knew. Bastards are treacherous, born of lust and shame. But here in Dorne, lust is not shameful. We know that bastardy does not make a man more treacherous than another. Man does not need the help.
So Dornish people are not opposed to people being born because of status.
You know what else was cool there? Finding out that all the different bastards are different names. Yeah, the sand.
What they mean, that's cool. Yeah,
rivers, water, and stone. That's dope.
Learned some cool stuff there. That was another good one. This History and Lore's got some cool info.
Yeah, this one's definitely
A step
more
up.
engaging for sure. They get better each one, I think. They have been getting better each one. I think it's the animation that bores me too, because it's not even animated. It's just pictures. It's like slideshowy, you know? It's like I'm watching a PowerPoint.
School.
Then opportunity arose. The Mad King executed that Brandon Stark and incited a rebellion.
Is that Kat or is that Lysa?
Lies.
She kind of looks like Sansa right there.
What new rung will the next generation climb? Let us not be hasty. I'm not finished yet.
We knew that. Oh boy.
Ooh, dragon.
Every educated person knows how the Dragon Lords then conquered most of the known world, breaking the ancient Giscari Empire, enslaving a continent, building roads and bridges that still stand today, though the art that made them is lost. An empire of marvels and misery.
This is the fastest we ever heard him spoke.
Yeah.
Thank God. You know,
I know, for real. Me too.
The dragons are made of fire. Your Grace.
At Harrenhal, he proved that mighty castles weren't either. Aegon Targaryen became Aegon the Conqueror.
His armor is fucking sick, though.
For over 100 years, the Targaryen dragons cemented their breeders' hold on the Seven Kingdoms, if not each other. When Targaryen fought Targaryen in the civil war called the Dance of the Dragons, an angry mob stormed the dragon. Thousands died, but through sheer numbers and madness, 5 of the Targaryen dragons lay dead by the morning.
They had a civil war?
Yeah. Bro, that's crazy. Thank you, History and Lore, for finally showing us something new.
They had a civil war.
With dragons.
Clash of the Dragons? Or was it Dance of the Dragons? Clash of the Dragons?
I think it was Dance of the Dragons.
Oh, shit.
But, you know, there are some parallels
But that's
that
what I'm
have always been.
That's what I'm saying, is that there's always, whatever they're talking about has
always
been
has a parallel
reflecting
to real
something that's happening now.
currently.
Yeah, so what does that mean?
There are 3 dragons that Daenerys has. She is to go find Blackie, train Blackie. She has to keep the other ones locked up, kind of like a stable, unfortunately.
That's so stupid. Why not fucking lock up the one that's killing fucking kids?
And train the other 2?
The 2 chill ones, the 2 good ones.
I think she's going to have to find worthy people in her army to
You
ride
know
the
what it
dragons.
Too?
What?
Is that the one that's been killing the kids, now that I just think about it, or the one that killed the kid. Now he's not out here killing mad kids. But
and goats and stuff.
That was the main one, wasn't it? That was Dracarys.
Yeah. And what color is Jakar's? Black. Just like Aegon's. So I think Daenerys is going to probably have to train Dracarys and then try to probably find 2 other people to ride the other 2 dragons.
Who, though?
I don't know.
Barristan?
No.
His
Probably
old ass?
Grey Worm.
Oh, I would love it if Grey Worm got one of the dragons. I would love it. I would love it. I would love it. He deserves it. Maybe she gives Homegirl one, but I don't know about that.
I don't know. It's just it's a reach.
Pretty Boy?
Pretty Boy's got to do more things other than just stooping Daenerys, though. He isn't fully,
He represented in the when they came up to the city.
But now, you got to remember these, like I said before, these coastal lands that are trying to be unified, like, they're not going easy.
She definitely doesn't give one to Jorah.
Oh, no. Jorah is probably going to be her Achilles heel in there.
Yeah, the best thing Jorah gets is her not killing him.
True. But Dragon Civil War, let's see what happens. Let's find out more.
That was sick. I'm hyped. You know what else that hypes me for really quick? It's House of the Dragon.
Because it might show the Dragon Civil War.
Because that's what the House of the Dragon's about. It's about
It's a prequel.
the Targaryens and shit, right? I'm pretty sure.
So it could show the Dragon Civil War.
I think it will.
That's crazy. Well, I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
If she were to be so foolish as to march on Westeros, she will not find, as her ancestor Aegon did, 7 disparate kingdoms frightened by her strange beasts. She will find a continent united behind Lord Tywin Lannister, who extinguished her own father's flame.
Yeah. Okay, Pycelle. Sure.
That was cool, though.
But it's not true anymore.
You heard what they said? That everybody else who tried to hatch dragon eggs just fucking burned to death ever since the dragons.
But not Daenerys.
Daenerys is able to do that shit. Because she... I don't know, dude. I don't know. Destiny.
Bastard died in the very civil war he started, along with the old king's son, daughter, and most of their dragons.
So that's how the Dragon Civil War started.
All that duty and honor, and not enough brains to figure out which Targaryen to give it to. Twin brothers even ended up on opposite sides, died with tears on their cheeks as they cut each other down.
I suppose I should think that's tragic, but stupid men do stupid things every day.
Only one maester in 100 forges such a link. Only one maester in 100 has the sense the gods gave a goat. Though I admit that no one has performed true magic in centuries.
Well, we know that's not true.
Yeah, we still don't know about those warlocks, too. They're still in those coastal lands outside Westeros. Plotting.
They dare to ask questions that the maesters fear to answer. They will look at a living man and ask, how? And they will look at the dead and ask, what if?
Oh, no, this mad scientist guy is definitely fucking evil.
Yep. Who does he have in his possession but
evil.
the mountain?
I mean, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt because he's been cool and he's fucking saved Jaime.
Nope. Who does he have in his possession but the mountain?
He's evil as fuck. You see that? He had that guy tied down.
Heart.
And ripped his heart out. Why would he tie him down unless he was
alive? Game of Thrones, where there are no happy endings.
That's horrible.
Yep.
We are not the only bank in this world.
Showing
Every
the amount.
Free city has its own. But when those banks need gold, they come to us. We lend to princes, kings,
That's cool.
merchants.
I thought it was the amount of Lannister debt.
One way or another, the Iron Bank will have its due.
So they hire Braavosi sellswords to do the debt collecting. That's cool. So the Lannisters are broke. Who's gonna come after the Lannisters?
Oh.
And where is Arya going?
That's what I was thinking, is that she's on her way, and I wondered what kind of
mischief she's gonna get on
tie or influence or something.
Well, because I think she's gonna grow up. I think now it's like Luke in between New Hope and Empire. Like he grows up a couple years, So maybe she goes out to Braavos and really learns the craft. Because the Hound's dead, or is he?
I think so. I mean, I would like for him to not be, but
does Brienne keep going after Arya?
No, she goes to Sansa now.
But what happens if something bad happens with Sansa? How does Brienne stay in the mix? That's what I'm saying. Now all these characters are kind of interlaid. These are all what ifs, but I'm just saying the Lannisters are broke. Tywin's dead. Jaime, Cersei, and Tommen are the only ones who are there. We just found out what happens when the Iron Bank don't get its money.
Who do they send it for then? Cersei? Jaime's the one I'm least worried about.
Maybe he's got one hand.
Maybe Tommen?
Probably, because he's acting king. Not looking good for the Lannisters, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Can you imagine they kill little fucking Tommen?
Oh, Cersei's going to go nuts.
Cersei would lose her shit. Or alternatively, they don't come for anybody because they hear word that Tywin's already dead.
Nah, it's Iron Bank, bro. They always get their money. It's a family.
But Tywin's already dead.
Doesn't matter.
They go after
Next. You'll be the first in line.
Beside the name of Prince Aemon the Dragon Knight, who wielded the Valyrian sword Dark Sister, he died defending King Aegon the Unworthy from assassins, though the king had insulted Aemon throughout his reign and had well earned his fate, because Prince Aemon had sworn our oath. Beside the name of Sir Gawain Corbury, who dueled the Targaryen bastard Daemon Blackfyre for an hour during the Battle of the Red Grass Field, though outmatched and grievously wounded, because Sir Gawain had sworn our oath. Beside the name of Sir Duncan the Tall, who as a hedge knight broke several of Prince Aerion Targaryen's teeth while defending a Dornish woman. He later rose to Lord Commander and burned beside his king at Summerhall, because Sir Duncan had sworn our oath. And now, below the name of Jaime Lannister, you know how it reads. What I did, even though I had sworn our oath. That was years and a hand ago. When I joined the Kingsguard, I fought beside legends in the flesh. Their kind is dust now. And the men who have taken their place? Mud. Sir Boris Blunt, the fat. Sir Meryn Trant, the forgettable. Sandor Clegane, the dog who tucked tail and ran. Like mud, their names soiled the White Book. Almost as much as mine.
Damn. That was a good one. Oh, that was a good one, man. That was powerful.
I feel for Jaime, man, because he
he really wanted to do something great with his life, and he looked up to people.
And he really did too, dude. If you think about it,
look at what he just said. When he was 16, he was just that much better.
Even forget about all that. He killed the king. He killed the Mad King. He saved Westeros, like he did. And whether or not it was the honorable thing to do, or whether or not
it was the right thing to do,
either way, it was the right thing to do, and it was probably the biggest move out of anybody in that book. You know, it goes back to what fucking fuckboy Joffrey, fuck Joffrey,
yeah, for real,
was saying. You know, that his page feels empty, and it feels like the only thing that's written is bullshit because you know he stabbed somebody in the back, regardless of what that person was doing. So I feel for Jaime, but I don't know.
The words of House Martell, a promise to our enemies and a challenge to our lovers.
It's a pike. That's why he
Thousands of
uses
years
it.
ago,
The staff pike. It's on his. It was on top of the house sigil.
Nobody knows how the Valyrians forged their steel. Less than a handful of smiths can now even reshape it. The process, like so much of their civilization,
how did
was
Tywin
lost
do it?
in the doom. And then there are the swords that are not lost, but lose their owners. For 5 centuries, Longclaw was the pride of House Mormont, my house. Even penniless and in great debt, I chose to sell men rather than the sword. And when my shame became known and I fled Bear Island for the east, I left it behind for my father.
Is that the sword he gave to Jon? That's the sword he gave to Jon. Jon has a Valyrian steel sword? I didn't know it was Valyrian steel. I just thought it was Jorah's sword. Bro.
So does the swords that Tywin gave Jaime, are they real? Do you think they're real Valyrian steel also?
Yeah. Everybody's been calling it that. There's no way that Brienne would call it Valyrian steel and have it not be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she would know the difference.
That's crazy.
How did Tywin know how to fucking do that?
He's Tywin.
And Jon has a fucking Valyrian steel sword? Jon has one. Brienne has one. Joffrey's is still floating around. Needle's not Valyrian. Arya's sword isn't Valyrian steel.
No.
No way.
But who knows? She probably is going to get one by the end of this show also.
She gets one.
Yeah.
Nor its value
There it is.
match that of redemption.
There it is. Right there.
Wow.
And Daddy's gone because he went to Craster's house. Wow, guys, that was a really good history and lore. I'm actually very satisfied.
That was the best
that.
one.
That was the best. That was the best one that we've come across.
Easily. That was like super entertaining.
It makes me wish that Oberyn was still alive. We've been saying it throughout this whole thing, but I wish his character wasn't gone. But it makes me fear what the Mountain, honestly, is going to come back as.
Yeah,
with all that poison.
Not for nothing, I didn't know that Maester guy was evil. The mad scientist motherfucker.
No, he was neutral at best, but now he's definitely got evil.
I thought he was like, like I do crazy shit, but it's for like, a good reason. I'm not really like.
Nah, it's for him than his scientific.
But he's
jumbo.
Evil. Oh, damn! I can't believe Jon has Valyrian stored. I can't believe a lot. I can't believe the Civil War shit. House of the Dragon.
That informs a lot going forward when we watch the next show. I'm excited for that.
Hyped for that shit, Loki.
Yeah.
I'm still hyped for the rest of Game of Thrones, so I'm excited to get through that. But I am hyped as fuck for House of Dragon.
Yeah, for real. Well, guys, long episode.
That was sick.
3,000 bars.
I'm excited to get into
Season 5.
Season 5, yo.
Can't wait to keep bringing you this content as we go through the journey.
We're going to really try to pump out the season for you guys. I really want to get back on the old release schedule.
Footage outage.
Yeah, so we're going to hit it hard.
But until next time, guys.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, join us on Patreon.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Peace. Stay. You recording?
Yes.
You ripped my sister! Who gave you the order? Who gave you the order?